Good morning, afternoon, or evening. How's it going? We're back. Yay! We're back to the I Love You, Colonel Sanders dating simulator. Last time was really fun, and my laptop's being a little loud right now. Should calm down in a little bit, but if you guys can hear it and it's really bothering you, just let me know. I'm Jack LeBun, and we're gonna be continuing where we left off last time with the dating simulator and see how it goes. Last time that I played this, which was like so many months ago, I lost and I gave up. You know, I got all sad and just laid in bed because I didn't do it. But this time we're gonna make it. So, we're gonna continue where we left off. I think we were walking into our next class, if I'm right. All right, here we go. Wow, the cafeteria is as nice as any restaurant you've ever eaten at. It makes sense that a school dedicated to cooking would also be serious about eating. A delicious fragrance. Oh, you know what? I think I forgot to save. That's okay. A delicious fragrance wafts through the room and tickles the end of your nose. Your mouth waters. Do you smell that? That must be your lunch. It smells crazy good.
Everyone, can I have your attention?
Is it about lunch?
No, I just wanted to apologize for my tardiness. You see, I was...
Howdy, folks. I'd like to make an announcement. Of course you get to. Hope you guys are okay that we're restarting this section. I forgot to save.
Hey, I was...
It's about lunch. Everyone cheers!
Yay! But I...
Shush!
Lunch, lunch, lunch.
She said, shush! In honor of our new semester, I've prepared something special to share with everyone for lunch. That must be the smell I smelled! Indeed, the smell. You hold your breath, waiting to see what food this mysterious student has created. You've heard that he's very talented, but were the rumors true? Is this? Colonel Sanders lifts a large bucket above his head. Its contents glimmer in the light. Piled high are huge pieces of chicken, breaded and fried to a crispy golden finish. The aroma envelops you, and you begin to feel warm and safe. Colonel Sanders has filled a bucket with chicken? What a novel concept. Your stomach begins to grumble, as if to say, stop thinking and start eating. For years, I have been developing a secret recipe for the perfect fried chicken. But my calculation, nothing less than 11 herbs and spices are required to achieve the perfect balance of flavors. You look around and notice that every student has a pen and paper and is scribbling notes as fast as they can. But that's all I'll say about that. What do you think this... What, you think we want your stupid secret recipe, dude? Psh, no, my dude. Nah. It's just, drafting a last will and testament in case one of those ingredients is... poison! Get him. He looks around nervously to see if anyone else is laughing at his sick burn. No one's laughing, man. You wait to see what Zinger Ashley has prepared to follow up, but she suddenly takes a different approach. Yeah, I was just, writing in my diary. Dear diary, today I smelled something beautiful. I knew at that moment only the hands of a true gentleman could fry chicken so tender. You see her body language change from bitter and evil to sweet and innocent as she slides closer to the Colonel Sanders. She realizes that he is destined for greatness and fame. With cooking skills like this, she wants him all to herself. Oh, please. Well, Van, the man. If you don't want any. I'll take his. Whoa! Hold on, I guess I'll try it. He takes one bite and his eyes grow wide. He starts contorting his face as he tries to hold his pure exhilaration to act unimpressed. Look at that face. Alright, easy now. There's enough for everyone. Please, my fellow classmates, dig in. You take one of the pieces of fried chicken out of this bucket and sink your teeth into it. It's amazing. Tasting Colonel Sanders' food transports you into another dimension. Alone, with your taste buds gripping a drumstick in your hand, you float weightlessly. We got 3 options. Focus your mind and meditate on this moment. Try and identify every flavor. Savor the moment and everything that tells you about Colonel Sanders' culinary heart. Swim toward the light. We're gonna focus. Here we go. That's what we chose last time and it ended up fine for us. Okay. Salt? Maybe? Pepper? Too obvious. Oregano? Basil? Maybe, but there's something else. Something dark. Something spicy. You dig deeper. 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 Yes! Even deeper still until you find it. Could it be? Bzipadip? He really did it. How bold. How adventurous. To use Bzipadip. You tried to go even deeper into the sea of flavors, but its revelation alone is more than you can handle. You snap out of it and realize that this information was meant to remain a secret. And yet, now you know. A mantle of responsibility now rests upon your shoulders. As you look around, you realize that everyone in the room is consumed by the lunch. No one noticed that you've traveled through space and time. After tasting his food, you try to get some one-on-one time with Colonel Sanders. We gotta approach him. Colonel Sanders smiles ever so softly as you approach. He stops what he is doing and allows you to break the silence. What a handsome man. Colonel, I wondered if I could talk to you for a second. Anything for a fellow chef. What exactly was on that chicken? How bold to come out and ask. Moses, Colonel. It's an idea I've had for a new combination of flavors that will make me my fortune and establish my legacy for all time as I open a chain of highly successful fried chicken restaurants. No big deal. It's just you and me talking. I can keep a secret. In fact, I've got some of my own that I'd be willing to share. What's the rush? The semester's only getting started. We've got 2 more whole days to get to know each other. Look, he looks disgusted. He's clearly not going to give up easily, but it doesn't hurt to be persistent. You know what they say about secrets, Colonel. Shouldn't learning be fun? You've got moxie, I'll give you that. Colonel Sanders looks both ways to make sure you're truly alone, and then leans in. You can feel his warm breath as he whispers. Just one ingredient, but you can't tell. I use badonkadonk. It's something my great-grandmother taught me. Badonkadonk? Wow! You'd never have guessed that. In fact, you're not even sure where you'd get some if you searched. And badonkadonk definitely isn't the flavor you've tasted before. So now you're 2 ingredients closer to knowing the full recipe, but you don't tell Colonel Sanders that. While you're wrapped up in that huge revelation, you notice that Colonel Sanders has disappeared. While everyone else is still in the cafeteria, you decide to look for him. We're gonna find this man. You find Colonel Sanders outside, standing in the quad. Oh, it's you again. Howdy. Sometimes I like to come outside and look at the school buildings. I think about how my story will continue on after I've graduated. But it sounds like you have big plans. I dare say the biggest. I will leave my mark on this world. You can bet on that. Tears falling down at the party. Alone together for the first time, you figure now is the perfect moment to show your personality to him. Neg him to show your own strength. Wow him with a big idea to add an additional ingredient to really spice things up. Be modest and thoughtful. Modest and thoughtful is what got us closer last time, so woo! Well, I just wanted to tell you that I really enjoyed your food. Now you've got his attention. The flavors were complex but comforting. The interplay between salty, savory, and peppery, it was perfect. I appreciate the compliment, Bunny. I'm sure you'll be a big success. I know we've only met today, but I'm starting to get the same feeling about you. We should head back inside. The next lesson starts soon. You step into the massive cooking arena where the afternoon lessons will take place. Each student gets an oven and all the tools and ingredients they could need.
Look at this place. It's magnificent.
Finally, we get to show our stuff.
Wait a second. Oh no, we have to show our stuff. What if I totally blow it?
You're not going to blow anything, except maybe kisses to the crowd of fans you're going to earn with your signature adorable tiny food creations. Welcome, students, to the cooking arena. For today's lesson, we'll be cooking with partners. Hurry up and pair off. Naturally, Miriam looks over at you, but unable to control yourself, you pounce on Colonel Sanders. Hey, Colonel, would you like to tackle this lesson as a team? A team of two? That is, me and you, if that wasn't clear. Wanna be my partner? Sure, Bunny. I'll prepare our station. Without you as a partner, Miriam is left standing all alone. Two different students quickly take notice.
Hello, new partner.
Beep, boop, bzzz.
Oh my, two potential partners.
I'm so sorry, gentlemen, but I don't know who to choose. It looks like you'll have to pick for her. Friend duties can be a little awkward, but that's the price you pay for not being alone forever. Who do you want to ask to be Miriam's partner? Pop, the stinky boy, or Clank, the rascal, the class rascal? You know, he's a little more popular with the teacher and probably the ladies, you know, rather than Pop. So, I think Miriam might get along with little Clanky over here. I know that she said Pop was cute earlier, but let me help you out here, Miriam. Sorry, Pop, but I think Miriam will be partnering with Clank today.
It's okay. I already ate.
It's not entirely clear if Pop had any idea what the point of school even is at this junction. Clank is clearly excited to have some attention. He heats up and begins to roll back and forth. Warp, warp, warp.
Hold on there, fella. We don't even know the assignment yet.
Technically, Clank might not have a face, but there's something charming and earnest about him.
Bzzzt. Tissue? I hardly know you!
Clank judders and a panel shakes loose. You get the impression that this is a sign of affection. Looks like you two will be fine. I knew it. We picked good for Miriam. I think she'll be. I think she'll be happy with Clanky. All right, now it's time to focus on your own cooking classwork. All right, you two. For today's lesson, we're going to keep it simple. Pick a basic dish and divide up the steps. No chef is an island. It takes 2 flints to make a spire. You get the idea. Which dish do you suggest to your partner, Colonel Sanders? A steak tartare seems easy enough. It's fancy and you don't even need to cook it. Using octopus will blow Colonel Sanders' mind. Your grandmother's mashed potatoes and gravy. You know, he's a simple, earnest man. I think he'd enjoy, you know, some good home cooking that Grandma has to offer. All right, let's go make these. potatoes. I've always been something of a down-home chef. I was thinking we could make something warm, inviting, comforting. Maybe mashed potatoes? And gravy? I couldn't imagine one without the other. Colonel Sanders casts a coy look at you, causing your whole face to go beet red. Embarrassed, you quickly turn away. I'll go get the potatoes. No, please, let me. Picking perfect produce is a passion of mine. It looks like things are getting pretty fresh around here. Does someone have a crush on Colonel Sanders? We're just cooking partners. Mind your own business. Sanders' heart is my business, and you'd better keep your fingers off my man. Did someone call for me? Ugh, no, geez, Van Van. While I'm over here crushing Bunny's dreams, you're supposed to be taking care of our classwork. That's the deal, remember? Colonel Sanders returns, arms full of peeled potatoes. He tosses them into a boiling water and turns his attention to you and your old friends. Oh, howdy there, Ashley. Van Van. Are we working in a quartet instead of a duet now? Actually, no. It looks like Bunny was struggling, so we offered to give him a hand. You know how it is. These young amateur chefs need a lot of mentoring. I was gonna say, Colonel Sanders, maybe I could also teach you a thing or two about fancy food. Maybe one day you might be able to get up on my level. Ha! Doubt it. Don't be rude, Van Van. Personally, I have no doubts whatsoever about Colonel Sanders' ability to concoct creations worthy of admiration. After all, your fried chicken was quite spectacular. Wink wonk. But Colonel, if you ask me, I might be a better partner for you than this thing that has positioned itself at your station. Don't you feel deep down that we cast complementary shadows? We fit together like a thigh and a drumstick. It just makes sense. Nothing about this makes any sense, but one thing is clear. She's coming for Colonel if you don't watch out. Ashley is going at you hard. You need to ask for some backup here before things get ugly. Turn to Colonel, hunk of hunks, in your time of need. Or turn to Miriam, your forever bestie, who always have your back. I think he might appreciate, that you have your friends. You know what I mean? That your friends have your back. You don't always have to go to the hunk of hunk. The hunk of hunks, And besides, we've kind of been neglecting Miriam a little bit. I feel kind of bad, so let's bring her in. You turn to Miriam as soon as you find her. She senses it and looks back. This girl's friend in need radar is second to none. She immediately comes running over. Is somebody threatening my friend? I will destroy them. I actually think that Ashley and Van Van were just leaving. Leaving you in the duet? Vis-a-vis my skills as a chef, perhaps. But stepping away from this competition, you are sorely mistaken. Miriam, you're a loyal friend, but Bunny is my partner for today's activity. Aw, sorry. You look for Sprinkles in hopes that he might step in, but he's nowhere to be found. Darn those cute corgis and their short but sturdy stature. You look down at your station and realize that in the tension of the moment, your hands have been cooking on autopilot. Distracted by the drama, you've already crushed the boiled potatoes into a perfectly creamy mashed texture with plenty of butter and cream for flavor. It's as if your natural passion guided you through the steps you know so well while your attention was elsewhere. I know just what to do. Colonel Sanders extends his hand. He's holding a beautiful white porcelain gravy boat. out of which pours a smooth brown gravy smothering your nearly finished potato dish. Gravy flows down the mound of mashed potatoes. The result looks spectacular. Granny would be very proud. Colonel Sanders holds a spork out to you. You reach out and grab hold of it, but it doesn't immediately let go. The two of you stand holding the same spork, and for a small moment, all of the madness and pressure in this crazy world stops. Your eyes lock. The moment is electric. Time stands still. If you love something, set it free. Together you dig the utensil into the mashed potatoes and lift a heaping sporkful up. When you see Ashley with a sinister look, you know she's plotting against you to be with Colonel Sanders. And then, filled with rage and without thinking, you fling the sporkful of mashed potatoes right into Ashley's stupid, beautiful face.
Van, do something! Do something!
Scooping up a fingerful, Van tastes the dripping mashed potatoes and gravy and realizes that it's delicious. Horrified by this revelation, he slinks away. Will he ever be able to cook something with so much love and integrity? Hold on right there, Bunny. We do not waste food in the broom cooking arena. Colonel Sanders, I expect better from you. If you throw one more spoonful, you'd both better be prepared to eat it from wherever it lands.
Can I has potato face?
Van rushes back over, a covered dish in his hand.
Mashed potatoes with gravy? Pathetic. In just a few moments, I prepared a full meal. Gaze upon my specialty. Braised tentacle of octopus in my silky saltwater sauce. Plated on a battle axe blade forged by my supreme chef ancestors.
You've ignored me for too long. This ends now. It is I who will have first bite, and you will look on with envy.
Oh no. The interrupting student rushes at Van and swipes a bite of his signature dish right off his plate. No, don't! No! Something about this dish doesn't strike my nose quite right. I think the octopus was rushed and may have turned in the process. The results could be toxic. Too late. It has been eaten. I think I left something in the oven.
Mr. Stark, I don't feel so good.
It killed him! Everyone, step back. Don't take another bite. When you look back at the rest of the plate, it's gone. You notice the tip of the tentacle being slurped up in Pop's mouth. Pop winces in pain for just a moment. Then it's almost immediately back to his oblivious self.
Oopsie. Tastes like poison.
The entire class is gathered to watch Pop's final moments. Shock has frozen the whole crowd. They are as motionless as statues. The class bell rings, disrupting the moment and snapping everyone back to reality. It would appear that Pop's enthusiasm for trying new things despite obvious danger has inoculated him against poisons of all kind. I'm not sure the professors here make enough money.
Hello? I just turned into a ghost over here.
Seeing that you're shaken up by that really annoying student and all his nonsense, Colonel Sanders approaches you. I'm sorry you had to go through that. Please, let me walk you home.
What? Like, for real? Oh, come on.
You follow Colonel Sanders out of the room. At night, the school building has taken on another vibe entirely. It's dark and more than a little spooky. Colonel Colonel stands in the quad's neon glow and speaks softly. Those mashed potatoes you made in class today. Before you go on, I want you to know they're not a great representation of my skills. I didn't even realize that I was making them. They were amazing. Tasting them, it reminded me why I became so passionate about food to begin with. Colonel Sanders is getting choked up. Cooking is obviously important to him in a way that you find inspiring. Look at that man's tears. Now might be the perfect time to tell him you're developing feelings for him. Pause. You guys want to know something fun? As we were cooking all of the mashed potatoes in this game, it reminded me of when me and my boyfriend did a little cooking date, and one of his favorite foods is his favorite food is shepherd's pie, and we decided to do some in home. Our first time doing it was really sweet. They were a little, how would you say? It was delicious. I thought it was delicious, but he thought it was a little bit not moist. I guess the potatoes could have been sturdier. So later on, we did it again, and he thought it was absolutely perfect, and I thought they tasted absolutely delicious. But yeah, this reminded me of the little in-home date that me and my boyfriend did. Okay, continue. Ready? We gotta focus on the Colonel now. Colonel Sanders? Yes, Bunny? There's something I need to tell you. Hold it right there! There's something I need to tell you first. Oh, geez. You see, when I was just a boy, I had a dream that one day I would be the greatest chef in the world has ever seen. Oh, sorry. And every day since, I've been working towards that dream, day and night, never stopping, never resting. Also lifting a lot of weights, like so many weights. We should follow our dreams with all our hearts, that our souls may grant them like wishes floating on shooting stars. Hey, no, you. Shut up! I'm the one here to say inspirational stuff and to be the star of the story. Are you forgetting that your cooking literally killed a guy? You can't prove that. I also saw you kill that guy. What was his name? Somewhere in the distance you hear a long, sad sigh. Forget him! We're talking about me! Me! I'm the hero!
The Spork Monster is here to fight the hero!
I think I left the fridge door open. Later, nerds.
How dare you threaten me just as I was letting down my guard and connecting with another chef on an emotional level?
Oh, sorry, I read them wrong.
Be afraid. Be very afraid of me. Because I'm a monster, see?
Is he rhyming on purpose, or is that just a coincidence? But before you can discuss syntax any further, it's a turn-based fight sequence? What will you do? Oh, okay. Turn-based, be attack. Okay, we got this. You decide to go on the attack. Which attack will you use? Cook with Love. Cook with Love does 1 damage. It just got real. The attack really upset Spork Monster. Spork Monster goes on the attack. They spit hot gravy at you. You take 1 damage. Defend. You decide to defend. Which defense will you use? Trepidation? But, okay, you do you. Okay. Spork Monster focuses their mashed mind and draws in energy from Mother Earth itself. They grow larger and more intimidating. How do you respond? Attack. Cook with Love. Actually, I probably should have defended there. Oh no, my brain can't handle this. Spork Monster is no quitter. Buffed up and ready to rumble, they go on the attack once again. Spork Monster uses Utensil Tensile. You take 2 damage from the attack. If you take much more damage, you're not going to be able to survive the battle. Defend. Buff up. Uh-oh. You'd better attack soon. You're likely to explode. Chow down. Ooh. Spork Monster is oozing cheese sauce onto the lawn of the quad. I wonder who is going to have to clean up that. Feeling vulnerable, Spork Monster prepares for its ultimate attack. Rounded Edge. Vile villain, your reign of terror stops here. Colonel Sanders summons the energy of 1,000 chickens. Pot Pie Power Pinch! Pot Pie Power Pinch does 10 damage. Spork Monster is defeated. You saved me. An injured Spork Monster spews steam into the night. Spare this wretched beast. You managed to tamp down your disgust at the sight of this gnarly beast long enough to realize that he is still a living creature with a pure soul who deserves your pity, not your wrath. Begone, beast, and don't you dare come back for a follow-up encounter tomorrow. Foreshadowing? No! Okay. I won't forget this, and I certainly won't come back like you said. The Spork Monster scuttles off into the night. The deflated monster left behind a special item. It appears to be a cookbook. Upon closer inspection, it's so much more. It's a book of magic spells with a golden chicken on the cover. You open the cover and find a library card tucked inside. The last name to have signed it out is Borko. Borko. That name sounds strangely familiar. Your blood is pumping as you stand in the quiet of the night, holding the mysterious book in your hands. As you come down from your battle buzz, you realize that your final attack has left you completely depleted. The world around you begins to fade away. Without any energy to keep your eyes open, darkness overtakes you. The image of Colonel Sanders flashes before your eyes as you fall asleep. He must have helped you get home. In your tired state, you don't know if you could have made it without him. What a guy. You want to thank him, but you don't have the strength to utter a single word. You feel your covers being pulled up over you as you're being tucked in tightly. Good night, my Colonel. In your dreams, you're together with Colonel Sanders. For some reason, Sprinkles is also there, instructing your love. Dreams are weird. Oh, I like that. That was so cute. Is he gonna go again? Okay. You awake on day 2 and attempt to process the wild visions you had. Were they memories or premonitions? You lie in bed and stare at the ceiling, thinking about the great secret you discovered while tasting Colonel Sanders' cooking yesterday. You can't believe he really used Badongadonk. And then there was that secret ingredient that the Colonel went ahead and told you outright. Not much of a secret, huh? It's probably just because he trusts you so much. Sure, that makes sense. We'll go with that. You meet up with your bestie in front of the school. Before you can tell her about the encounter with the Spork Monster, she launches into a story of her own. Okay, I know this might sound a little strange, but I think I might be, I think I might like Clank. Like him? Like? I know, it sounds like I'm moving too fast, but there's something about him. I like him. I like him. We got into talking after class, and he's actually a totally sweet guy. Not only that, but he's really smart. He told me all kind of stories about Colonel Sanders. Did you know that Colonel Sanders was the most popular kid in his high school? No, but that does make complete sense. Yeah, but he was so popular that he was voted prom king at the school he didn't even go to, and was also the convertible that he himself rode in at the front of the homecoming parade. Oh, that was a hard one to read. I think maybe something got lost in pressure cooker language translation there. Either way, maybe it'd be best if you took it slow with this new boy, like I am with Colonel Sanders. You and Colonel Sanders? The coolest guy in school? The most famous student to ever attend University of Cooking School, Academia for Learning? You're a thing now? We definitely connected yesterday. Sure you did. You're great. Why wouldn't he be into you, I guess? Laughing at the implication that you and Colonel Sanders might be a thing is definitely not cool. You are great. You have an idea about how to prove that your love is real. Well, if he's not into me, why did he tell me one of his secret ingredients? No, we're not gonna tell Miriam! However, you don't tell her that you know a second ingredient too, which you discovered on your own. Your bestie's eyes light up. A secret ingredient? Yeah, like I said, that secret ingredient. Is there a dramatic echo in here? Miriam checks to make sure you're alone before continuing. So, this summer, while I was on vacation with my family, a lovely man approached me in the botanical garden, where I was wondering, this can't be good. He told me all about his passion for spices. Secret spices. The man even gave me some to show me what he meant. He said it was a powder created from super duper rare dried flower petals, and that if I did him a big favor, I could have some of my own. Please, Miriam, don't tell me. So I filled my suitcase with them and brought them home. He was so nice, he even met me at the gate when I arrived. Later, when I cooked with them, a very strange feeling came over me, and the other flavor was unlike anything I've ever tasted. I think you're being very liberal with the meaning of spices here. Whatever. Anyhow, we both share an interest in cooking, so we've stayed in touch, like pen pals. I bet he would love to know more about my new spices. Well, I'm definitely not supposed to share Colonel Sanders' secret recipe, and besides, I only know the one ingredient, so I doubt it'd be much use to anyone. Please, please, please! It would mean the world to me. No one has to know it came from you or from Colonel Sanders. What do you think? Should you protect Colonel Sanders' secret or share it with your bestie? Oh, I'd feel kind of bad doing either of these. I don't want to tell her the secret, but I'm worried that if I give her a fake ingredient, she's gonna end up using it, and it's gonna make her fail at the class or something. But I need to learn to love the Colonel. Okay, I can't make up a fake ingredient. Sorry, Miriam. You quickly think of a fake ingredient name. I don't know. How about it was Eye of Newt? I know. Sounds like some sort of witch potion, but what can you do? Eye of Newt? Wow! Her eyes light up, imagining such a thing, and you figure that you've satisfied her curiosity and she'll move on. However, she immediately turns around and does some thumb-typing on her phone you can't quite see. That's probably not good. Before you can ask her to confirm that she was definitely not texting secrets to other people, you're interrupted. A wind rushes in. Cherry blossom petals fill the air. It's Colonel Sanders. He's arriving at school. On a horse. Stand back and admire his majestic glory, or run to him. I'm gonna stand back. Shouldn't get too close to a horse, especially if, like, you know, you're behind the horse. So let's stand back and just admire his glory. Colonel Sanders' horse is truly a thing of beauty. Without ever acknowledging that he's being watched, he does a short horse dance before dismounting with a flourish. He then slaps the beautiful creature gently on its rear, sending it running free into the countryside. You are so struck by the sight of him that you lose the ability to speak coherently. I've already lost my ability to speak coherently. I've already lost my ability to speak coherently. There we go. Oh, I didn't realize anyone was watching. Don't worry, he knows his way home. You attempt to compliment Colonel Sanders, but the words don't come out exactly right. What horseful beauty you have! I mean, what a horseful beauty you have! Dang it! That's what I just said. Being a good friend, Miriam attempts to cover for you. Oh, Bunny just gets really nervous around people they like. What? This is not helping. I mean, they got food poisoning and were up all night. It was gruesome. You should have seen it. She gives you a wink and a smile as if to say, situation handled. Can't blame a girl for trying. Oh boy. And with that, Colonel Sanders disappears into the school, leaving you and Miriam to follow. When you enter the classroom, you can see your two rivals, Ashley and Van Van, are doing something bad. By the way they're hiding, you know it must be really bad. Like counterfeiting recipes bad, experimenting with restricted ingredients bad, summoning a demon bad. You try and get a peek over Van Van's hulking shoulder, but he sees you coming. Whoa there, little one. I'm not sure you're ready to handle this. Why don't you make like a bee and mind your own wax, honey? Tell them to stop acting immature or act like you're not interested in them, but really try and get a closer look. Let's see what they're doing. You sit near the rivals, but leave your back turned to them. You can hear Van Van mutter something that sounds a little bit like a magic spell. However, he notices you eavesdropping, and you try to cover your tracks and improvise an excuse. Ahem. It's time for class, and you're distracting the rest of us who want to learn. Now you've upset them. Oh, and you're the Emperor of Cooking, are you? You make the rules. I'm not sure you know a good meal if you ate it, you. Being the best chef in the world takes more than just culinary skills. It takes creativity. It takes panic. And it doesn't hurt to use a little evil. You finally get a look at what they were hiding, and you instantly recognize it. It's a book, just like the one you found after your encounter with Spork Monster. That's the same book that I found last night in the quad. Ashley immediately elbows Van Van, who hides the book behind his back. I don't know what you're talking about. That book is a family heirloom, and its contents are secret. You notice that they haven't just been studying the book. They've got Pop pinned to the wall, and they're tossing potato skins at him as he tries to catch them in his mouth.
We're playing!
Before you can dig any further, you're interrupted by the arrival of more students. It's almost time for class.
Beep, beep.
Clank must be running late. He was in such a hurry that he rolled right over Van Van's meaty foot. Hey, watch it, you bucket bolts! You watch how you talk to him. He didn't do anything. Bzzz, who do you think you're talking to? I've never heard such language. Not even from a stand mixer. Womp womp. Womp womp. No, Your mother was a stand mixer! Van Van jumps to attack Clank, but Clank shocks Van Van, sending him flying across the room. Protect me, Colonel Sanders! These crazed men are about to come to blows. I think it must be over me, but I'm not interested in either of them. Ashley's tone has completely changed in an instant. She bats her eyelashes at Colonel Sanders. Surely he must know it is a ruse, right? Gentlemen, get a hold of yourselves. Save it for the arena, or at least, or don't. Honestly, what do I care? I've got lofty career aspirations to focus on. Maybe I can help you with your business plan. Just then, Sprinkles arrived to signal the true start of the class day. He's panting, which doesn't seem that abnormal. He's a professor, but he's also a dog. Students, please take your seats. I apologize for my late arrival. I spent the morning chasing a car all around town, and my tiny legs are very, very tired. Aww. But I'm here now, and I hope that you're ready to learn. Rub his furry dog belly. He loves it. After he catches his breath, Sprinkles regains the control of the classroom. Without further ado, we'll review the global history of my favorite fowl, the chicken! You want to pay attention to the lesson. Truly, you do. Which is why in 1776, at the signing of the Declaration of Independence, it was a chicken who first signed their name. But you can't help but daydream about Colonel Sanders, and you miss most of the important parts. When you come to, Sprinkles is holding a tray of food in front of you. Well, Bunny? Naturally, this appears to you to be a sample platter. Which item do you want to sample? Dog biscuit? Oh. No, I'm sorry! Your apron is left in tatters. The entire class looks in horror as you fall unconscious from the embarrassment. Never again. I never even got to taste it. You fade into the darkness, but something is there. The spork monster? Borko, what are you doing here? It's not your time, my friend. Your act of kindness has not been forgotten. You watch as your apron magically repairs itself. You won't have to live in embarrassment anymore. Thank you, my friend, wherever you are. Okay. Which item do you want to sample? A glass of water or a shimmering pepper? Let's go with glass of water. Hey, that was mine. It was from my favorite toilet. You owe me $6. And you've got excellent taste. You think to yourself, geez, I should pay better attention. We all make mistakes. I'm sure he'll forgive you. Someday? Come on, it's time for lunch. Before anyone can relax, the cafeteria lights dim. And her rivals enter, making a dramatic announcement. Today's lunch was prepared via timed competitively cook-off. The level of theatrics with these two is off the charts. Demand that they stop wasting everyone's time. Step up and tell them, you're on. You're on. A bit of lunchtime competition, eh? Count me in. I have to wipe the tables with you fools before I set my lunch down on it. Then, so be it. I'm not the fool. You're the fool. Fool. Oh, gosh, my voice. Give me a second. I'm not the fool. You're the fool. Fool. Good one, Van Fan. I like your gumption, bunny. I'll be watching your performance. Please don't watch me. I get more nervous when people watching me. Okay. Just as things reach a boiling point, Sprinkle steps in. Surely he'll put a stop to this madness. Now, students, please settle down. This is a lunchroom, not a sporting court. Finally, a little sense. You breathe a sigh of relief. At least, not until we turn on the timer. Just then, a huge light blasts you in the face, flashing the words, "Timer ready." That's what I'm talking about. Arroo! I stand corrected. The hard way builds solidarity, a foundation of confidence that cannot be swept away. And that's an original quote by me, in case anyone was wondering. I hope its message lifts you to victory. Like a diamond, I was formed under pressure, and now is my chance to shine. I will defeat you myself. You had his chicken, and you made mashed potatoes and gravy on day 1, and you're feeling like you can really impress him again here. It's time to boil some water for the potatoes. Think fast, the timer's running down. You'll be forced to pick randomly. Here we go. Ready? Wow. Dang it. Oh, get my head in game. You're going to need to season this chicken before you cook it. You don't know Colonel Sanders' recipe exactly, but you have an idea. 7. Oh, come on. Oh, never mind. It was 11. I'm picking too quickly. I've seen Schrauzers with better sense than that. And the miniature kind no less. Now you've got some basic steps going. It's time to elevate your craft. Trust. Oh, come on. Okay, I gotta actually post it. I'm choosing randomly here. I need to. I'm getting nervous because they said it was timed. Can I restart it, please? I'm begging you to get it together. Get it? I'm a dog. It's never the wrong time for some dog jokes. 3 in a row wrong. Is that enough to cause a game over? No! Try again, please. Let's try this again. Okay. Here we go. I kind of know. I forgot, but now I know. Okay, let's speed through this really quickly. Sorry. No. Oh, wait. No, wait. That was some stuff that I didn't read before. Oh, no. Oh no! Can I go back? Sorry, I'm messing this up. Okay, let's try again. It only takes about 5 seconds to eat Miriam's tiny food, but it's just what you needed for motivation. You know what? I've learned enough today. Let's battle! Just as things were reaching a boiling point, Sprinkle steps in. Surely he'll put a stop to this madness. Now, students, please settle down. This is a lunchroom, not a sporting court. Finally, a little sense, you breathe a sigh of relief. At least not until we turn on the timer. Just then, huge lights blast you in the face flashing the words, "Timer ready." That's what I'm talking about. Arroo! I stand corrected. If it's a battle you want, it's a battle you'll get. My bestie is the best of them all. Best believe it. Like a diamond, I was formed under pressure, and now is my chance to shine. I will defeat you myself. You had his chicken, and you made mashed potatoes and gravy on day 1. And you're feeling like you can really impress him again here. It's time to boil some water for those potatoes. Think fast. If the timer runs out, you'll be forced to pick randomly. Okay, there we go. It was C, not F. Winner gets to rub my fur belly. that enticing offer motivate you? You're going to need to season this chicken before you cook it. You don't know Colonel Sanders' recipe exactly, but you have an idea. 11 spices. That's right. You might not know all the ingredients yet, but at least you're heading in the right direction. Tail wagging intensifies. Now that you've got some basic steps going, it's time to elevate your craft. What state of mind offers the most flavor? Gratitude. That's right! You must never take this opportunity for granted if you hope to succeed. Your classmates are rooting for you, but Ashley is simply stronger and faster than you. You better pick up the pace if you want to survive. When you were a child, your father told you to never forget where you came from. Every day you meditate on his advice and draw energy from that place. Now you would return to understanding. So where does it come from? That one. Oh gosh, that was kind of quick. Sorry, that was a little long to read. Okay. You try to shut out the noise of the arena and focus on your cooking. What is the sound of a success? Sizzling. Dang it. Don't make me get my spray bottle. Next question. I believe in you, Bunny. He's actually cheering you on. Which would be awesome, except knowing he's watching you makes you totally forget what you were doing. Now, all that you can think about is Colonel Sanders. How many spoons? Oh, no! Oh, I gotta read. Okay, I'm getting nervous again. Focus! This is a real test. Oh, okay. Grrr, angry. You were stranded on a desert island with only dessert cookbook. Which do you take? You are stranded on a desert island with only one dessert cookbook. Which do you take? What a hunk! I know, right? You know what? Shouldn't you be focused on the challenge? You're falling behind. Sorry. Oh man. What does that have to do with crafting spectacular fried chicken and delicate baked biscuits? Woof woof. You're really struggling to keep up. At the next station over, Ashley had already begun plating elements on her dish. It's colorful and complex. To make up time, you toss your biscuit dough into a stand mixer. As you do, the crowd gasps. Yikes! Zip, 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 zip. I know you love nothing more than seeing a fellow appliance utilized in a kitchen battle. But sometimes that means sacrificing the personal touch. Brrr. You might not have any hands, but Bunny does, and a good chef needs to be touching the dough to know when it's properly mixed. There's an easy way, and there's a hard way. You don't get far by going the easy way. When you hear everyone talking, you realize how serious your error was. You immediately shove your hands into the mixer to rescue your dough before it's overmixed. Bunny, no! But you're not fast enough and your hand gets stuck. It's immediately crushed by the quickly spinning batters. There's no way you'll be able to use that hand for the rest of the match. Colonel Sanders shakes his head in shame. What do you often find that is the easy way can turn out much, much more difficult. Everyone stop what you're doing right now. This battle is over. It can't be. I was so close to finishing my dish. Sweetheart, look at your hand. You simply can't go on. Aw, that's too bad. And here I was completing, with a completed dish, ready to serve. Surely that makes me the winner by default. No, it wouldn't be fair to compare the two on account of Bunny's injury. You see Sprinkles begins to lick his doggy chops as he locks onto the dish. But I suppose you should at least tell us what you prepared. Well, because I'm the sweetest, I skipped straight to dessert. Under the white chocolate dome, you'll find a wide array of delights, taking you on a journey of flavor that tastes good and tells a story of excellence. I was going to ask Bunny to do the honor, but since you're injured, I'm afraid that pouring this creamer of delicate hot chocolate sauce might be too difficult. Colonel Sanders, if you wouldn't mind lending me your strong, steady hand. Colonel Sanders poured the hot chocolate sauce on top of the dome, causing it to melt away, revealing the ingredients hidden within. Inside, you'll find a delicate fried cheese croquette, atop a slice of honeycomb, ice cream 2 ways, tender nougat, and pearls of blueberry jelly. Colonel Sanders seems intrigued, but perhaps not impressed as he dips his finger into the chocolate sauce. Simplicity isn't your strong suit, is it, Ashley? Oh, you? As he places a sauce-covered finger into his lips, Ashley leans over and whispers something into his ear. A dab of sauce sticks to his mustache. Put yourself between. We got this. We gotta stop him from falling in love. You reach out with your apron to wipe the sauce off of his glistening face. Colonel Sanders recoils and brushes you back. I'm sorry, I'm too forward. This goatee isn't just a fashion statement. It's also functional. I was saving that flavor for later. I'm sorry. No! Colonel! I'm bad! I'm so bad at this. Okay, we're gonna try again. I can't give up. Don't touch his perfect goatee. Okay, we got this. Right? Tiny food. Timer ready. A woo. Woo! I'm a diamond. I'll do myself. Oh, water potatoes. Be fast. Timer runs out. C. Okay, sorry, I'm running through this. 11. Okay. Next. Gratitude. Small town. Big dreams. Okay, oh, what was it? Bubbling? That's right. Is it silence? Next question. He believes in me. Ooh, kiss. None of these are like the right answer. Okay, he's a hunk. Oh, wedding vows, obviously. So in love. Okay. Yikes. Okay, and then my hand's gonna get into a blender. Okay. Tries the food. And we do not wipe away his goatee. His perfect, absolutely majestic goatee. Simplicity isn't your strong suit, is it, Ashley? Oh, you. Alright, we internalize the rage we feel and we do not touch his goatee. The flames cause your eyebrows to catch fire and turn into ash, and they fall off your face, which means people will have a hard time understanding your emotions for the rest of the semester. Perhaps forever. Embarrassed and ashamed by the poor performance, not to mention your crispy fried brow, you rush for the quad to be alone. Our brows got fried off. How wonderful. The beautiful weather feels like an insult. Inside of you, a storm rages. It's Colonel Sanders. He's probably here to tell you that he and Ashley are in love and have decided to get married. How dare. And he won't even ask you to cater to his wedding because you're a terrible chef and an awful person. You try to hide it from him, but he approaches you directly. I know you're hurting right now. Not just from the devastating loss, but from that run-in with the mixer and that small fire. We should go get that checked out. I'm fine. Can't you just leave me alone? I'm a loser. I'm not fit to fill your fryer. I'll never be a master chef. Failure is a part of life, not just for you, but for all of us. Do you think I've ever failed? Do you think I've never failed at anything before? That's exactly what I think. Well, think again. I wasn't always the man you see before you. Enrolled in culinary school, incredibly handsome, successful, motivated. Well, handsome, sure, but I was born that way. Of course, U.S. Anders. Okay. But I've walked other paths and arrived at dead ends. Whoa. I was passionate about life, but I failed as an obstetrician? What's an obstetrician? Okay. Wait, before we continue, give me a sec. I gotta look up. Define obstetrician.
Here are some listings for obstetrician within 6 miles.
Oh, that was fine. I asked for define. Define obstetrician. A physician or surgeon qualified to practice in obstetrics. Obstetrics. Define obstetrics.
Here's the definition of obstetrics.
Oh.
A branch of medicine and surgery concerned with childbirth and the care of women giving birth.
Oh. What an interesting career path for you to take, Colonel. Okay. I learned something new today. Okay. I was passionate about justice, but I failed as a lawyer. I was passionate about livestock, but I even failed as a mule handler. That one was especially humiliating. Mules can be so cruel. I didn't know. People see my delicate ribbon tie and my well-kept beard and assume that I've got it all together, which is true now, but it hasn't always been. Sounds like this guy could really use a hug. I've resolved then that I was going to amount to something. No amount of hours, labor, or money could deter me from giving the best I have to give. As Colonel Sanders changes focus, you can see something ignite inside of him. A burning passion. One has to remember that even failure can be a stepping stone to something better. My new dream is pure. It's honest. It's something that a humble man in a crisp white suit can be proud of. I will create a new chain of chicken restaurants that will bring joy to the entire world and make up for my past misdeeds. Yay! Just as your moment grows intimate, you're interrupted by a threatening, shadowy presence. Battle scarred from the night before, you're prepared for the worst. It's the Spork monster. Borko? It is I. I know I said I wouldn't be back, but after the whole fight to the death thing, maybe you don't really want to see me anymore, but I just wanted to say that I was wrong to attack you, and I apologize. I know what it's like to always have to look over your shoulder. Monster problems, am I right? Aw, thanks, Borko, but I'm glad that there are no hard feelings. Getting jumped by a giant creature in the dark of night can really rile a person up. I also want to apologize for the way I switched right into attack mode. I know that you're strong, and cooking school has put a person under a lot of stress. I actually used to go to this school. I wasn't always a spork monster, you see. I don't believe it. You were a human once? Well, no, I was a golden retriever, but I was still a student until one day some mean kids with a magic spell book cast a dark enchantment on me, and I was transformed forever. A magic spell book? Precisely. I had procured a copy for myself, but somewhere along the way, I've lost it. If you find such a book, I beg you, respect it. You're a powerful chef and shouldn't rely on such dark and evil magic. No, you should be protecting the innocent from those who would cheat through the sorcery and guile. If you need me, don't fear. I will be here. It sounds like there's some bad cooks in the kitchen of life. Bunny, Together I am sure we can defeat them. Come back to my hideaway and we can discuss. A personal invite? You can't imagine what Colonel Sanders' home must be like, but it sounds like you're about to find out. Okay, I think this is another good stop to pause. My brain's starting to be a little melty right now, and I'm starting to stumble on my words a little bit more than usual. But yeah, that was really fun. I made it past the cook-off. I made some delicious mashed potatoes and gravy. I fought Ashley, my arch nemesis. So I think this is a good part to stop before we enter this lovely man's lovely home. It looks really nice from what I'm seeing right here. But yeah, I think this is a good place to stop. Thank you so much for making it all the way to the end. That's so cool of you. You're so cool. Alright, so thank you so much. This was Jackalope. Feel free to follow me here or on Instagram or I don't know, whatever. This was just the test. Still testing to see how I like things before I actually start, streaming live. And I'm sure it'll be so much fun to talk to you guys when I'm live and streaming. So yeah, this was fun. I'll see you next time when I continue this. Alright, ciao, goodbye, sayonara.